Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And it has been a minute since we talked about Ethereum because I think the last time that we were on this chart, it was actually right in here. And the idea was that this move down is going to continue. However, even if we do that, it's not going to be a bad sign at all. In fact, I remember constantly saying that between all altcoins, Ethereum is probably going to be the safest bet since I believe that after we hit our final low, we are going to see a rather strong bounce back and a very strong bounce back we got. So question is, can we argue in Ethereum our move up is going to continue, or maybe we have hit the top of our bull run? And spoiler alert, I do not think that we have hit our final top. Why is that? Before we talk about what is happening in this phase, let me tell you that what we talked about back then, I think pretty much played out, and I do believe in ETH we are having an ABC flat, which looks like this. This is our initial move down into a correction for wave B, which in it we can either take the highs or not, it doesn't really matter, and then another move down into our C leg, and either for wave C we are going to take the low of our A leg, and if not, wave C is actually going to end quite close to the low of our wave A. And for the sub waves, nonetheless, they are very much similar. ABC into A, ABC into B, and a 5-wave impulsive structure down into C. Now let's go on the live chart. So this is definitely, in my view, an ABC down. Let's not get that twisted. Followed by that, we said it before, this is now an ABC on the upside. This is 5 up into A, correction for AB, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into C. And I think, yep, this is one correction for 2. Decent move down into wave 3, correction for probably to about this point, followed by another impulsive structure down into wave 5. Let's actually delete all the subwaves in here so you can see the candles a bit better. Excuse me. This was from back then where we were talking about the short-term price action constantly. There we go. This can be our final phase down into wave 5, and on a higher degree, what do you have? In my view, probably an ABC flat, which means the low of our correction in Ethereum is not actually here. It's right around this point. And why is this important? Because now, if you want to go with this count, you need to start counting bullish structure from this important point. And I think we are actually having some great structures. Let's go on H4 time frame. So I think Ethereum at the moment does have one of the most clear charts, if not the clearest one. Why is that? Because in my view, this is absolutely 100% 5 up into 1, correction for wave 2, another move up into wave 3, correction for 4, and a clear-cut, picture perfect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into wave 1. Now, do not get me wrong. Of course, we can have other counts, but the other ones are actually like much more optimistic, and in the interest of not really getting your hopes up that much, I don't really think we should be talking about those things. So, let's just go with this as long as we are not proven otherwise. So we said this is a 5-wave up. What is happening in this initial bounce? I think that probably this is 1, 2, wave 3 to about this point, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, and this can be on a higher degree. 1, 2, this orange 5-wave up is into wave 3 to about this point, followed by a correction for 4, and guess what, another move up into wave 5. And between these two sets of 5 waves, yeah, probably this is an ABC zigzag. So what do we have in here? Two sets of 5 waves, very strong moves up, and between them a correction and structure. This, my friends, is a perfect recipe for a 1, 2, 3. And where is wave 4 and 5? The answer is we don't really have it yet. This, my friends, is why I would like to be extremely optimistic in Ethereum, because sure, in the short term, we may see a phase down, or maybe even our move down has ended right in here. Doesn't really matter. Why? Because after our move down is over, I think we are going to have at least another very strong move on the upside. And in Elliott's waves, there's this concept called extension. You see, extension suggests whenever you are having a 5-wave between wave 1, 3, and 5, in most cases between wave 3 and 5, one of these waves are going to get extremely extended, and in it you are going to see some unbelievably huge moves up. And in stock market, we do have a habit of extension happening into wave 3. However, in the crypto and also commodity market, especially gold, we are actually constantly seeing extensions happening into wave 5, meaning in here you are going to see some good moves up. And if Ethereum is going to follow the same path, well, okay, number one, we can definitely say our bull run is not over. And number two, in the next phase up, we can maybe expect like another 80 to even 100% move, even starting from the current. So this, my friends, is why I really have a hard time believing that our bull run is over. And in fact, I wanted to actually do this video for my members, but I was like, you know what, maybe I should talk about Ethereum in the public. And then if you want more specific details, you need to become a member of my main channel and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.